Hi, Geminis and gang. I cannot believe that I just came into like a full-blown chat going. Hi, my lovely community. Everybody can hear me? I just had a wonderful session and it just ran a tiny bit late. So I apologize. I'm tardy. Hi, Libra. This is your full reading. We're going to look into you and other. And other is whatever other energy is impacting you right now. You started without me? I'm down. Okay. So I try to use my, that's because I've been getting up early, April. Thank you. I've been getting up early, and today I had appointments, but also I have to go live like 4 times. So I just thought, hey, let me make sure I say hi to Neela and April and Juan and Corey, and of course, aliens here. And Annika. This is Gemini. Did I say Libra? I meant Gemini. Yeah, I just thank you, April, but I just got ready early today. I hate the camera on this though. I might get a new camera. Yeah. So let's look at your energy, other energy, which is, it can be a person, it's whatever other energy is impacting you the most. Okay. The energy that you're coming out of, the thing that's influencing what you're doing, it could be the most recent healing you've done. It could be last week, or it could be, everything you've learned over the last year. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. At some point, that slow and steady, you may have frozen. You may have slowed that, which, Gemini likes to keep it moving. So this may have felt like a really uncomfortable energy for you, just feeling like, I don't know what to do next, so I'm maybe just not going to do anything. And I don't think Gemini loves being there. But it feels like maybe that's where you were, or feeling like I need I can't decide. So Gemini. So maybe just not deciding not to decide anything, and not really having a lot of movement one way or another. Energetically, it kind of feels a little stuck. Then we have on the other side the Ace of Wands, but it's in reverse. It's like there might be someone that wants to offer you like a new start or something. This, for quite a few of you, this is an opportunity, either with a person or a job or something where it almost feels like they're waiting on your behavior, or waiting to see what you do to like fully offer it. Because it's in reverse, but it's on the table, right? And so we know how we feel about that. If it's on the table, then it's in play. It's energetically possibly available to you. By the way, the card at the bottom of your deck is the gorgeous Death card. It's a good thing, right? Transformation means there could be movement, which is sometimes more, better than feeling stuck. Um, the alchemy, or, you know, the like when you create a composite chart with two energies, you have the Libra live scheduled to, well, 2 minutes ago. You have 15 minutes with the first. Oh, thank you. All right. Hold on. I'll have to edit this out. Hold up. Thank you. I did bad math. That's because I was trying to do 100 things at once this morning. Hold on. Stay with me, people. There we go. Thank you for letting me know. That was important. Okay. I'm back, I think. Thank you, Annika. What, you're very helpful. All right, I changed it. If there is a chat going over there, if anybody would be so kind and just let them know. Yeah, I've already been up for 8 hours and doing a lot today, so I did bad math when I was scheduling that. Apologize. So the alchemy, or the composite chart of those two energies, that Nine of Pentacles in complete halt in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse, is the Nine of Wands. It's defensiveness. Hi, Diana. It's defensiveness about, you've slowed down or stopped. I don't think that you want to put your energy into anything that isn't going to play out well for you. And thank you, Alien. And I think they're waiting to see what you do before they offer you whatever this is that they want to offer you. I'm feeling somebody a little, if it's not age, it's position. Somebody who, whether it's misguided or conventional, they're like, they want to offer you like help, like a leg up, like something that would level you up in some way, work, life, career, relate, something, but they're waiting to see what you do before they hand it. And again, maybe for one or two of you, this may be misguided with their own conventionality, but they're still waiting. So everybody's a little defensive. Everybody has been down this road before. You've been down a road before that you're like, fool me once, don't fool me twice. And they've been down the road before with kind of the same energy, but it's almost, this person could either be well-meaning, but for some of you, they're a little condescending. I'm just saying. The energy that you're going into is the Two of Pentacles. Trying to balance. And let's look at this Two of Pentacles carefully. That's quite the balancing act. On the high-rise building, you know, but doing it. Gemini is good at having two things going on at once. It really is. Gemini can can manage to have two things going on at once better than a lot of other signs can. The multitasking. And, you know, I was just talking to a client about Gemini Mercury. If you have a lot of Gemini placements, but, you know, Mercury is never that far off from the sun. And so if you also have Mercury in Gemini, multitasking almost seems necessary to absorb things, and you are good at that, but I think that you've just started to embrace it. It's funny, I feel a real juxtaposition between this other energy of like they're trying to get you to do things their way because they think that they know better. Hi, Jacqueline. Does that make sense? Like this person is trying to make what everybody tries to make Gemini do, which is try to make Gemini what they'd be more comfortable for Gemini to be rather than what Gemini is. There's some beautiful energy that you're stepping into where you're like, I want to say like, gonna do you. Hi, Dana. You're actually trying to like align and get comfortable with who you are. And I really like that. That's in the other's energy. I'm not mad about that. If they're going to put down some kind of like burden, I think it's the burden because like we have both these, the flower and the wands here and the flowers and the wands here. Wands is passion, it's impetus, it's motivation, it's desire, but it's also like resentment and anger. It's also like, because sometimes those things motivate us just as much as desire. And it's the beginning of action, right? And so the act of, when you see the Ten of Wands like this, it's truly the act of stopping to act on something that no longer serves you. I think this reading is really good, Gemini, and I want to clarify it, but I even feel the shift of how beautiful your energy is when people allow you to be exactly who you are, and they stop trying so hard to put into action wanting to shift you into something else. The alchemy that this creates is the Wheel of Fortune, which I really, really love. Woof! The energy that's coming up is even better. Hi, Danny. You know, this frozen energy, this not knowing what to do with yourself energy, Gemini, that you were coming out of, it really kind of speaks to a fish out of water. Like when you're not honoring who you are and you're trying to people please or you're in panic mode, you're acting outside yourself, and it's never like you're allowed to be all the beautiful multifaceted things of Gemini, right? When you try too hard, or you panic that that's not enough, or you panic that somebody else is going to not be okay with it, and you don't act like yourself, people aren't having, and I want to say this to Gemini, it's so important, people aren't having an adverse reaction to who you are organically. Sometimes people are having an adverse reaction because it doesn't feel authentic for you to pretend. And Gemini is such a creative energy. We see a lot of actors that are Gemini. I mean, God knows we all know that Johnny Depp is, right? But like Chris Evans, Tom Holland, probably, of course, I'm going through the Marvel cast. But if you look up how many actors are Geminis, there's quite a few because of the creativity and the curiosity and the ability to explore other options and duality is so inherently Gemini. And when you're doing that to explore creativity and curiosity, because that aligns, that is authentic, that's wonderful. And somebody who loves you and appreciates and gets you and gets Gemini will support that. When you are just not acting like yourself, that can also be felt. It's interesting. Air signs often love water sign placements. And mutable signs often love fixed signs because to them it feels like balance. It feels like osmosis. It feels like you have the thing that maybe they either struggle with or feel like they should have, right? And let me tell you, if you are with somebody with water sign placements and you are not just embracing who you are as a Gemini, they will smell that, feel that, and interpret it as inauthentic, which you then may, with your overthinking, interpret it as a rejection of the core of who you are. And what they're actually rejecting is the oddness and the inauthenticity, because they don't want to be lied to. I mean, that's important for you to know, Gemini, because sometimes you could shoot yourself in the foot when you're not being who you are organically meant to be, especially, and I'm just saying this, Gemini, if you have water sign placements, then that kind of will help. But like if you're with somebody that has strong water sign placements, they'll smell when you're not being 100% you, and they can take it the wrong way. Just a little advice. What we have coming up here is a truth being revealed on your side, which I love. Any kind of truth is great, because however it falls out, but once the truth is out, then everybody can kind of navigate that a whole lot better. On their side, we have the Lovers. You do not look like what they expected. I love this Lovers card because it's almost like two different species. Oh my God. You're listening to me at 1.75. I don't think we have to do that for this as much. I kind of feel like that's helpful for the soul navigation. Energy run-throughs. That's hilarious. I can talk like this and then maybe I won't sound like a chipmunk when you listen, but that might be off-putting to the rest of the people. I only listened to myself back at 1.75 and 1.5. Ever. I'm a Gemini Mercury. I don't even have time for when I'm channeling. That's a completely different Suzzy than if you have a regular conversation with me. You will find my speed goes up and down. When I'm channeling, it's slower. If I'm just having a regular conversation where I'm just using my brain, it speeds up quite a bit. I don't have patience to listen to myself at a one-time speed. Facts. This Lovers card really embraces the idea of it not looking like you expected to look and being with that soulmate. That maybe no one else expects you to be with either. But that's on their side. I kind of really like how this energy moves. I gotta say, Gemini, the energy that this creates, the alchemy or the composite chart row, is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's the only way I really like to see Seven of Pentacles, because it's you know, Seven of Pentacles about impatience. So there's one of two things going on here. There's collective patience for each other that's increased, or the waiting is over. and that there is more communication. I can't wait to clarify this. I don't do a few drinks because, like, one, it does not help my channeling. Two, yeah, I can't. I can't. I mean, if I drank probably 5 sips of wine, I would be falling asleep on myself. I don't even drink the same amount of caffeine I used to drink. I mostly do like mushroom coffee now, and some days I skip it so I don't have the crash. That's funny though. All right, we're using the new Ziggy Stardust Starman David Bowie deck that Annika, one of my viewers, surprised me with. Amazon delivered it, and I am in love with it. And it has so much detail, and I love that. There's more message in artwork, which is why I have so many decks. It's not just obsession. It's like it gives me more words and more messages and more detail. Okay. It's a really big deck for my little hands. Wow. So so the whole back row is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles again. And what's interesting is this Knight of Pentacles, his legs are like on tree trunks. I'll show you in a minute. But like basically, wow. Basically what I said about it, feeling at like a dead stop, that's what we're seeing here. The Lover's card came out twice, which is the card of Gemini now. It's out twice in this reading. And it's also used to be called the Choice, which is what Gemini is about, is not feeling the pressure to have to make the choice. All of a sudden they don't want to talk. Yeah. I love this. So we have the Lovers. Oh, wow. We have the Lovers clarifying that Two of Pentacles. Wow. You know, Gemini, I don't know if it's because it's your birthday season. I don't know what is happening, because yesterday Mercury went into Gemini. So hopefully nobody has to speed my videos up as much anymore. But Gemini Mercury moved into Gemini yesterday. Gemini's reading it's great. I love it. So we have this insanely gorgeous Lover's card, clarifying that Two of Pentacles. The duality of the Lover's card, the Choice, right? The Gemini card, on top of being so good at doing two things at one time, makes perfect sense. It's allowing everyone to be who they are within this situation, but mostly giving that permission to yourself. Gemini does pretty well with being non-judgmental. If you see a Gemini being really judgmental, they either have some other placements or they haven't grown out of the early childhood influence that told them that they were also wrong for being who they were, or it, or there's some kind of, there could possibly be like a Leo placement that craves approval more than the freedom, the expression of Gemini. This is gorgeous. Gemini, the other, whether that's job, whether that's family, or whether this is another person, which I kind of feel like it is for most of you, they're having anxiety right now. They're trying to figure out how they let you be you and put down the burden that they kind of created for themselves. But they're having a lot of anxiety right now. But they're overthinking. But I see this moving. For a few of you, please don't hate me. I normally don't say that phrase. For a few of you, and you'll just know if it's for you. Their stress about you, or their like panic, because I do feel a panic. Their panic about you may have led them, an ex may have wandered back during Mercury retrograde. I don't think that person's going to stay around. I think that was like a self-comfort. They just showed me somebody sucking their thumb. I think that the insecurities of this person let somebody else stroke their ego. I don't think it was more than conversation, but for a few of you, if you were like, thought the ex was contacting them, or there might have been a conversation where it might have even went like, the ex contacted me. Can you believe that? And then after that, there were some slight behavioral changes that made you think, maybe that didn't go as horribly as you're pretending it went. There might have been a little conversation. I don't think it was more than that. But there might have been some contact from somebody, and normally they would not have entertained that, because they do feel that they feel a strong connection with you. But their insecurity or their panic led them to a human fragile moment, and they engaged in conversation. Really don't think it was more than that. I'm being honest. That's just for a few of you. What we see coming up is the truth comes out on your side, right? You get a truth. You're either giving a truth or getting a truth. You know which one that is. This makes you pause for a moment. How beautiful is that card? I have the Star, the Aquarian card. Gemini and Aquarians do very well together, both air signs. But this is more, it's wish fulfillment and healing. And so whatever truth comes out, or whatever truth is revealed, or whatever truth you revealed, it kind of puts things maybe on a little bit of a hold again. It's there. So the healing is there, but one of the things I say all the time is like, you have to give time for things to integrate. If we do energetic work and you want to see me again, like 3 days later, I'm going to tell you, as much as I would love to do that, it's good to let things integrate. It's good. You can pile too much on yourself. There's just space here for this to integrate. I don't see this as like a massive slide back, but there is a pause, which is actually healthier than pretending you can just take it and keep going, because we do that out of survival mode. We just take it, put it under our arm, and go, okay, not anything I haven't been through before. So we take it and we keep going. You know, that hurt, that pain, that revelation, the epiphany that hurt, that stung. You know, we'll take it and we'll keep moving because that's what we've always done. It feels like a real maturity, growth, personal development moment here when Gemini takes a moment to actually let it hit them, so that they can actually feel all the feelings and not pretend that it didn't sting. And I really, really love that for you, because the overthinking and the anxiety that Gemini can be so prone to happens when you don't let things actually emotionally integrate. And Gemma from Gemstones Tarot was just talking about, like, because the King of Swords keeps showing up in the Cancer readings, but you will often see the odd couple of air and water together in whatever placements, because you know they like to think their feelings. Gemini loves to think their feelings. And if you are giving yourself a moment, if some lovely water sign has led by example, or this is just your own personal growth, or letting one of your other placements kick in, the idea that you're letting something emotionally integrate and giving yourself time is gorgeous, and I love that for you. Clarifying the Lovers is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Gemini, I think your person has the realization that you are a divine connection. And I think whatever energy came back when they were at their wits' end, when they were feeling emotionally, mentally, right, and spiritually kind of strained, I think that is gone. And I think that if there is worry, about that person cheating or leaving or continuing a third party situation, I think if there's any conversation left over, I think if there's any contact left over, I think that ends soon. With that, no more waiting, and learning to have patience for each other, to develop slowly, to not, sometimes we rush people in relationships because, like, while they are slowly unfolding and processing something, we're worried about what position that puts us in or how that affects us, or like, you know, I need emotional reassurance and you're processing something, and instead of thinking, well, maybe they're processing something, I think, you know, are they leaving? Are they done? Are they, right? Because we have had bad experiences with people when they pulled back their energy. Sometimes people are pulling back their energy because it takes all the energy they have to process something so they can be healthier. Attachment is such an issue for every sign, right? In different ways. But here we see patience for each other, to go at each other's pace, in each other's way, and understanding that, like, they're just going to do something and get through something a completely different way. It's, you know, I say this often, how can I best support you is one of the most beautiful phrases in love, in friendship, that you can offer someone. To me, it's right up there with I love you. Because when I love you is coupled with paranoia, panic, insecurities, you know, letting other people in to stroke an ego that's bruised because you're processing something different. There are lots of things that I love you doesn't, it's not mutually exclusive to fantastic support and communication. We've all learned that the hard way, right? And it's still like an ongoing learning process. We have the Magician here. Both of you right? This alchemy of creating, having more patience, and letting manifesting, creating, starting to recreate the environment where everyone's allowed to be themselves. Oh my God. So I have goosebumps all over my body since I started reading the third row. You know, the cards speak to me, stuff comes in. When I first started this reading, I was like, oh, I don't love that first line. But then it's like the story of the progress. And so I want to say that to all of you. It's really about the progress. I just watched that, I think it's called Hustle, with Adam Sandler and Queen Latifah, because it was 2:00 in the morning a couple of days ago and I couldn't sleep, so I just put it on. And I love Adam Sandler. I actually love his more. I love Spanglish, you know? And so I loved their relationship. And I loved when she would say to him, he would coach to other people, and she reminded him in a moment that it's not about the thing that you missed. It's about the next opportunity. And what'd you learn from the thing that you missed? And then how you're going to apply it. This reading is so beautiful. Let's get you guys an oracle card. What shall we do for an oracle card for Gemini today? I feel like you're doing so well in this. I gotta get a different camera. I'm so completely washed out. I mean, I'm talk about adding 10 pounds. All cameras on phones and on computers have, the closer you are, the more of a fisheye there is. That's not good. Gemini, appreciate the moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. This whole, just talking about this today, sometimes mutable energies get a bad rap. Also, mutable energies make fixed energies uncomfortable with their adaptability. And so sometimes their adaptability is weaponized against them to make them feel like you're not stable. You can't do the same thing. You keep changing your major. You have different partners all the time. You can't hold down you change your jobs too much. Your hair is a different color every day. I swear. Right? People who are uncomfortable with your ability to adapt and move and navigate through this life where we have no control over anything but ourselves, right? There is a beauty to the mutable energy of Gemini that can also think on its feet while it's being mutable. When you start accepting that, I swear this week is going to be talking about signs, superpowers that other people want you to think is your kryptonite and your Achilles heel. Your ability to change does not make you unstable. It makes you adaptable. It's beautiful. I love this reading for you, Gemini, and I love that the Lover's card came out twice. And each of you, if anyone is going to have conversation with another person, as long as that honesty comes up, which I think it might, Gemini is a sign that probably will be a little bit more understanding about, okay, it was just conversation. and use it as, you know, a point of working better communication with this situation. You really do have so many superpowers, Gemini. I love you. Know you love you. And live chat, I'll be back in 7 minutes for Libra. And don't forget that I'm going to be live tonight doing Aquarius and live card pulls. But if I see you at 5 o'clock in the full moon video, there's going to be a little extra for you in Aquarius. And also if I see you, very importantly, at Connie Joe's Chiron video at 7 p.m. Eastern on soul navigation, also a little extra in the card pull for you. So that's important. And I hope I see you soon. And just remember to that's all superpower stuff that you should embrace. All right. Bye, Gemini.